Welcome back to The Explainer. Today we're going to tackle a problem that, let's be honest, pretty much everyone faces. Where does our money actually go? We're going to break down a simple but really powerful rule that financial experts love, one that can turn all that confusion into real control. Think of this as your new blueprint for financial clarity. So let's just start with a feeling that I bet is super familiar to a lot of us. Payday hits, right? Your bank account looks great for a minute, and then poof, the money just seems to evaporate. And you're left scratching your head thinking, wait, where did it all go? And, that feeling, it's more than just frustrating, isn't it? It can create some real anxiety. You get this sense that you're working so hard, but you're just not getting ahead. Like you're missing out on building the future you actually want. Well, the good news is there's a fix. And it's not some complicated, crazy system. It's a really straightforward, practical method that can turn all that chaos into clarity and all that stress into actual control. So what is this magic solution? It's called the 50-30-20 rule. And you might have heard of it because it's a huge favorite among financial experts for one simple reason. It just plain works. At its heart, the rule is all about giving every single rupee you earn a specific job. That's it. It splits your take-home pay into 3 simple buckets to cover all your bases: your essential needs, your current lifestyle, and most importantly, taking care of your future self. And here's the breakdown. It's so simple. 50% of your income for what you need, 30% for what you want, and a super crucial 20% gets set aside for your future. The real beauty of this rule is how flexible it is. It's not some rigid cage, It's just a simple guide. And that's why it works no matter what your income level is. Okay, so let's dig into the foundation of your budget first. We're talking about the biggest slice of the pie here, your needs. This is the stuff that's completely non-negotiable. The rule is really clear on this one. No more than half of your take-home pay should be going towards the things you absolutely have to live and work. So what exactly counts as a need? Well, think of these as your survival expenses, the stuff you have to pay for, like your housing, utilities, basic groceries, and what it costs to get to your job. Here's a simple test. If you literally can't live without it, it's a need. Now, this is where the rule really starts to create some discipline, because it forces you to be honest with yourself. If your needs are consistently costing you more than 50%, well, that's a big red flag. It's a signal telling you, hey, you need to take a closer look here and figure out what can be reduced. All right, let's move on to the next slice of your income. And this is the fun part, right? This is the money you actually get to enjoy after working so hard. Let's talk about your wants. 30% of your take-home pay is allocated for your wants. All the non-essential things that just make life a little more enjoyable. Wants are things like dining out, shopping trips, movies, entertainment, hobbies, that kind of thing. Here's the test for this category. If you could technically survive without it, but it brings you joy, yeah, that's probably a want. But you gotta be careful here because this category absolutely needs a firm boundary. It is so easy to let spending on wants get out of hand. Sticking to that 30% limit is what protects your savings. It's what keeps the whole financial plan from falling apart. Okay, now we get to what a lot of experts would call the most powerful part of your entire salary. And listen, this isn't just the leftover money. This is the part that actively builds your future, your wealth, and your security. A minimum, and I want to stress a minimum, of 20% of your income should go straight to savings and investments. This is the money that starts working for you long after you stopped working for it. And we're not just talking about stashing cash in a basic savings account. No, it's about being strategic. You can build up an emergency fund, invest for growth, or, and this is huge, so listen up, you can aggressively pay down high-interest debt. Honestly, getting rid of something like credit card debt is often the single best investment you can possibly make. Okay, this right here, this is the golden rule of personal finance. If you only remember one thing from this entire explainer, make it this. Do not save what is left after spending. You need to spend what's left after saving. And the easiest way to do that, automate it. Set up that auto transfer so that 20% just vanishes from your main account on payday. Trust me, this one habit is an absolute game changer. So let's make this super real for a second. Let's say your monthly salary is 30,000 rupees. The breakdown is crystal clear. 15,000 for your needs, 9,000 for your wants, and a solid 6,000 gets put away for your future. Every single month. It's simple, it's clear, and man, is it powerful.
Okay, so are you feeling motivated? Because you might be thinking, all right, this sounds great, but how do I actually start? Well, the great news is you can get this whole plan going today, and it's way simpler than you probably think.
So here it is, 4 simple, actionable steps. Step 1, know your number. What's your exact take-home pay? Step 2, create your categories. Just look at last month's spending and sort it into needs, wants, and savings. That gives you your starting point. Step 3, and you know this is the most important one, automate that 20% savings transfer. Just set it and forget it. And step 4, track and adjust. Look, this is not about being perfect. It's about making small improvements over time. Because, that's what this all boils down to. This was never just about budgeting. It's about completely transforming your relationship with money, taking it from something that causes stress and uncertainty to something that gives you control, confidence, and real empowerment. So, we're going to leave you with this final thought. The 50-30-20 rule. It's an amazing tool. It's incredibly effective, but any tool is only powerful if you actually decide to pick it up and use it. Your journey to financial freedom, it can literally start right now with one simple habit. The only question is, what are you going to do?